I want to thank all of you for coming out. I know the weather was supposed to be bad, but obviously it is a great day.
Hallelujah.
Sun's out, Y's open, and we cannot do it without the support of all of you and all of our donors, especially those standing behind me. Let me go ahead and open up us in a word of prayer, and we'll get started. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you so much for the opportunity that we have to serve your people, serve this community. Father, without you, this would not be possible. I pray that you would bless this facility, that it would be here for generations to come and serve for many, many people, and for children of all ages and adults of all ages and sizes. And Father, I pray that you would bless this time. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. We have a national anthem that is done actually by one of our team members. She's done this multiple times. She's a fantastic team member of ours, but she has a beautiful voice as well. So Kayla Townsend, if you could please come up and like to welcome you. Please.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous height o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Isn't she wonderful? It's not an exit right. Come on, you stay with us. All right, well, like I said earlier, there's no way this could not have happened without our generous support of our donors, and obviously the families behind us are the ones that have made this possible. So what I'd like to do is go ahead and hand over the microphone to Quint. Quint, you'll be the first one to speak, so please. Quint.
Well, thank you. Yesterday I was cleaning out my office and I found a book that John Appleyard had given me as soon as he heard about the Y donation. And of course, a great historian in John Appleyard. One of the things he wanted to point out is John Sherrill was one of the first Y administrator. And of course, if you know the history of John Sherrill, Rich and I also live in his home. So it's sort of neat to have that type of history when you read about what John did when he came into this community. Then he created the park system in the community, and then he was lucky enough to make some money, and he kept creating the community chest and those types of things. And that's what I mean. It's the people, the generations before you that set the example. I certainly want to talk about the Levins and the Bear families here, because this why wouldn't be possible without those type of families leading by example. I'm a first generation Pensacolian here. But when you see people of multiple generations that have made differences forever and ever, so when you see what the Bears have done, the Levins have done, the Switzer family, and of course you can't talk about philanthropy when you don't talk about the McMillan family. So seeing these families that have gone before Rishi and I have truly set an example, and we appreciate that. One of the things we thought about a new Y when we came about it is the fact that if we can create a debt-free Y and a profitable Y in the right location, it can help those that cannot afford a Y. Because the goal is to create a Y that never turns down a child. The Y, if you're not familiar with it, is the largest provider of after-school education in Escambia County. And certainly, as you know, that's something that we look at is education. And I always feel you can tell the values of a community and how it treats those people that can't afford certain things. So by these families, you becoming members of the Y, we can create a Y that never turns down a child and continues to provide great after-school education. Thank you very much.
Well, I don't think I can follow Quint. I would just like to say that the Bear Family Foundation is so proud to be a part of this beautiful building that will serve so many people in the community. Actually, it is built to serve every person in the community, whether they are physically handicapped, whether they're mentally handicapped. No matter what it is here for everyone. And I'm just walking around today to see upstairs and the pools full is just wonderful. And from Michael has said that the membership has already doubled since they moved to this new building. So I congratulate all of you out there for being part of it. I congratulate the Levins and the students for being a big part of it, and the Bear Family Foundation is very proud to be a part. Thank you.
Thank you. Actually, I want to just tell you about how little things can sometimes mean a lot. The last time I was actually at the YMCA, before this was built, was at the old Y 65 years ago. And I had just learned about a new game called craps or dice. And I was in the bathroom teaching my fellow Y members about this game. And we had locked the bathroom door when I believe, I'm not sure what the name of the director was, but anyhow, Mr. Brock, I believe, he could hear us in there, in 7, 11, and he knocked on the door, and he recognized my voice, and he said, "Come on out, open the door." Well, we didn't say anything, but eventually I got out, and they expelled me, or he expelled me from the Y. But the interesting thing was that Hollis Williams, who was the masseuse at that time, went on to become city councilman. Also, I believe he was the father of David Williams, who is was the principal of Pensacola High School. He went to Mr. Brock and said, "He's a good boy, let him stay." So I stayed, and then years, like I said, that's been, well, at least 65 years ago. And so then, fortunately, some things happened, and I was able to repay in some way this Hollis Williams for saying that he's a good boy, he can stay. But anyhow, it's been a real pleasure to be part of the Levin family, to be part of this great edifice. Anyhow, thank you.
Thank you. Story really indicates what the Y is about. It's about all ages, like I said before, and we have a lot of programs for everyone. One of the people that we want to introduce, obviously, is our mayor. Without his support and city's support, a lot of this would also not be possible. But Mayor, I'd like you to go ahead and have your opportunity.
Thank you. I hope everyone had a wonderful holiday and Happy New Year, Pensacola. This is an incredible day. One of the most amazing things about the YMCA is no matter your age or your background, the Y gives you an opportunity to thrive. And that's what all of the folks here, Michael himself, obviously the board members, the folks that are working here, everyone here today, what makes a community great is you. Everyone standing here today, 7 years ago, we embarked on an idea of creating this incredible downtown. And now we've done that with people that are standing behind me, Quint Mission, the Millens, the Switzers. Those families I've known, as I like to say before I came into the world. I think Miss Bear used to take us to flag football for the YMCA when it was over there by the airport, and I can remember eating these great potato fries off Langley when I went to the YMCA. But to see everybody here today is incredibly important to what we're doing as a community. And a lot of us, when we're working day to day, we compartmentalize so many things to be successful, take care of our families, make sure our children get dropped off at the YMCA, make sure they get a great education. As Quint said, even if it's pre-K, what we're all seeing today in the last 6, 7 years, we can do anything in this community. Pensacola is winning, and we're winning together. And the Studer family, I can promise you, I didn't know Quint and Rishi Studer 7 or 8 years ago, but as Quint likes to say, a fire starter. These folks are a fire starter. I can tell you, let's give them a round of applause. Whit and I talked numerous times about getting this YMCA done, and I can promise you, you have to have someone that's a catalyst to keep pushing. And it's just about just do it. Well, I want to do this. Well, just do it. I want to serve on this committee. Well, just do it. Let's win. Just do it. We are winning as a community together. And it's not because of politicians. It's because of the people that believe. And now more than ever, you got to have people that are standing behind me like this. And Michael, you and your team to do this. And Kayla, people like you that make it happen. So again, thank you. In Pensacola, we're just getting started. So thank you.
If you are interested and you have not joined yet, please come in, see one of our staff members. We'd be glad to help you. Everything is done online. It's very quick, very, very efficient. It was also mentioned concerning the donor wall, so we do have some extra space. So if you do want to donate to the Y, if you'd like to talk to myself or Andrea, please do so right after this. We'd be glad to get your name on that wall. And who knows, you might be next to somebody as famous as they are. So, all right, so we're going to go ahead and do the ribbon cutting now. Rishi is going to be doing the honor with the family behind him. So, Rishi.
One, two, three.